first of all, you have to understand why do they conduct the speaking session in IELTS. They know well that you know to speak in English and your communication is good. But apart from that, why is it necessary to test your speaking skill? Because they just want you to speak. It's not question answer session, and it's not like an interview or just like reflecting the resume, or it's not like a talk, or it's just a conversation, or just like that. It's speaking. That liveliness, you have to speak lively, enthusiastically, and presence of mind is very needed, because if it is a section 1 and a topic has been taken 3-4 questions, it is interconnected, so you have to keep with the pace of your mind. What did you answer? It should be relevant, so you should not give irrelevant answers, and don't give answer in one word, or just one sentence. Try to give a justification, and make it a point that you are revealing your personality. But it is a testing system, it is an exam, so always see to that you give answer in an optimistic way, or in a diplomatic way, rather being pessimistic or taking a chance to criticize or show your anger to vent upon. No, so I request you, see to that you are concentrating in your pause and pace. Don't speak too fast or too slow, and don't give too much of answer also. So you see to that whatever the question is asked, you are giving your answer within 40 seconds to 1 minute. That's a perfect answer could be, and in that way at least 3-4 ideas to justify your answer, it's mandatory, I could say. Okay, fine. I hope you could understand this, what is very important. Yes, based on your speaking skills, and based on your pronunciation, and yes, of course, being a non-native speaker, they just look into a neutral accent, but certain words, how do you pronounce, it matters. And moreover, having eye contact with the examiner, and sit in a posture that reflects your personality in a good way. Don't look right or left or up or down. Maximum have a smile on your face. Look at the examiner straight, eye to eye. And moreover, sit in straight posture, because it's hardly going to be 12 to 15 minutes. So you just maintain a good posture, and it doesn't mean that you should be like a statue, but see to that you are giving a confident look of yourself. So don't be overconfident, and don't have low self-esteem. You answer what you know, and it's not that you have to use a very bombastic, flowery, colorful rhetoric words. Just use day-to-day words. If you have the habit of reading newspaper, definitely the monotonous words that you could come across in your daily newspaper, that could really help you to speak wonderful things, and to exhibit your caliber and mettle. And the speaking is something, directly or indirectly, the way you answer, it reflects your personality. So maximum have presence of mind, and don't speak too much and don't speak too less. So it's a kind of practice that is very, very needed. You have to sit in front of mirror, and you have to ask the question to yourself, and you have to answer it, and you set alarm or stopwatch, or you can record it in your mobile, and see to that you are answering within a minute. And so give some corrections and modifications to yourself, and see to that whenever you are answering, you are using some good vocabularies, rather answering in a very simple ways. Just vocabulary matters. Apart from that, as I already told you, your pronunciation and grammar. Yes, see to that whatever you're answering, it is grammatically correct to the core, because grammar plays a very important role. And confident way of answering also matters. So be fluent, spontaneous, and have eye contact with the examiner, and don't interrupt or interrogate the examiner. Have presence of mind, very keen observation is needed. Don't take the help of the examiner to repeat the question. Yes, of course they help you by repeating, but it could be a remark. So your keen observation matters a lot. Hope you could understand. Because section 1, probably they just ask general things, uh, which is well known to you, and it is easy to crack it. It could be a cakewalk, I could say. And the second section, as I told, it is a description, and one topic will be given to you. 3 or 4 questions could have been asked based on that particular topic. So how you connect and correlate as per the topic, with that it matters. And you have to speak at least for 2 to 3 minutes non-stop. The examiner will not interpret, interrogate, or intervene while you speak. Whatever you speak, it will be recorded as it is. So whatever you start to speak, it is called description. So as per the topic, open with a proper introduction, hardly for a minute, and then concentrate on the topic for 1.5 minutes, and then you conclude with of a minute. So this is called a perfect description. Straight away, don't go and hit the topic. For example, if it is asked about describe a friend, who is that friend, how long are you in friendship, and what do you like and dislike about the friend, are you in touch with a friend even today? So just like that, don't start saying that yes, my friend name is Rita, this, that. You first give a proper introduction, so you could start saying that, well, it is an interesting topic to speak about. I have lots of friends. At this moment, I like to speak about my best friend Rita. And so this is how you could start. Or first of all, give an introduction to yourself. You could say that, well, it is an interesting topic, and I'm a befitting person to speak about it because I'm a jovial, fun-loving person. I have lots of friends, and at this moment, I like to speak about my best friend. Her name is Rita. Since college, we are good friends, almost 20 years, I could say, because we started our friendship in the year 1996. And of course, we are like-minded people. The day one we met each other, we started to gel with each other. We are like-minded. Most of the time we hang around, study together, and I like everything about her. So this is how you could start your answer.